Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are setting up my planner for the month of March. If this is your very first video, hi, welcome. I'm Alaina and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. And if you've never seen my planner before, this is my planner. It is a Tom 90 planner, which means it's a 90-day planner where I have 6 sections currently in here. And I only keep 1 month of every single section that I have in here. So every single month I set it up by taking out the current month and putting in the next month. So we are about to set it up for the month of March, and I have my planners on this side. So what I have done is I have the 12-month version of every single planner that I am currently using on these bigger expander discs, and I have 2 planners per expander disc. So this is my vertical planner, this is my monthly planner, this is my schedule planner, and then after this is my budget planner, which is both on the same disc. And I have my faith planner and my dashboard planner. So I have all 6 planners that I am currently using on these expander discs. And this way I only have to carry around 3 big books, which I will keep stored on my bookshelf. And then at the end of every single month, I will just pull it out so that I can transfer the pages that I need back into the original planner and pull out the new sheets and put them into my Tom 90 planner. So we are going to start off with my schedule planner, which is this one here. And as you can see, I already have January in here. I have my routines in here, but now we are about to add in the month of February. So I'm going to pull out this full month. And pop it in here. And we are going to take out the blank pages of March. And put them in my schedule planner. So this is right behind my table of contents. So now we have the month of March in here. The next planner I have in here is my to-do planner, and my to-do planner is my vertical planner. This is where I will just kind of jot down all of the different things that I have to do throughout the course of the month. And so we are going to pull this out and pull over my vertical planner. And pop in the current month of March. Let me put my top divider back in here. And after that, I do have my Organize You schedule, which I am just going to keep in here. And we are going to move over to my dashboard planner. Now my dashboard planner is right here. And February was the first month that I actually used this planner. I am still figuring this planner out because sometimes I just feel like I could combine my to-do planner and my maintenance planner and I can fit it all into one. Other times I feel like I absolutely need it, but this month I did not use it as often as I would have liked. But I know that with all of the traveling that we did this month, that this might not be a great indication of needing this planner. I go back and forth because a part of me feel like I could put my workout and all of the home things that I need. I could put that, I could fit it in my to-do planner. So I really do go back and forth with this one. But for now, we are going to pull out this month. So I'm going to pop these pages back in, and I'm going to think on this one. I'm going to leave it out for now because I am still debating on if I need this one or if I could combine it for the month of March in my to-do planner, which I might do. So we will still think on that one, but I am going to move over to my faith planner. My faith planner, I didn't use that much this month because of all of the traveling and the things that we had going on, but I know that I am going to get back into it for the month of March. So I am going to pull out the pages from the month of February, pop them in, and pull out the month of March. The next planner that I have in here is my budget planner. I am going to keep my bill tracker right here, but we are going to take out the current month. Gonna pop in the month of February and pull out the month of March. The last planner that I have in here is my notes planner, and this is the one where I will just keep up with all of my church notes. So we're not going to do a flip through of this one. I never do, but it is just calendar and the note pages. And I am mainly keeping church notes in here, but it's all notes. So it's any notes that I have that are coming up throughout the course of the month. So we're going to pop out the month. So normally I figure it out before I jump on camera how I want my planner to be structured for the month. But as I was looking at my maintenance planner, I really do feel like I can combine my to-do planner and my maintenance planner. I always try this out every now and then. Sometimes I feel like I need it. Sometimes I feel like I don't. And I didn't have in a maintenance planner for the month of January. I tried it out for the month of February. I do feel like it helped a little bit, but I really do believe that I can combine the things that I have in both of them and make my to-do planner everything that I need to do throughout the course of the month for my health, for my home, for my church, for my work. I do think that it is definitely possible that I am able to do that. So we're going to try it out again for the month of March. And if I don't like it, if I really feel like I am missing out on my maintenance planner, I will put it back in. So that means I will have 5 planners for the month of March. We're gonna see how it goes for the month. I do this all the time. Every single time I am setting up my planner for the month, I am always evaluating, and you should always evaluate as well. Don't be afraid to change. Don't feel like you have to stick to a system just because you picked it in the month of January. This is the time where you can evaluate, especially if you have a disc-bound planner, because that's the highlight, that's the plus of having a disc-bound planner, is that you can customize it to fit your life no matter how your life is currently flowing. And since it is 5 planners, I have 4 top tabs and I have 2 bottom tabs. The first bottom tab is to my notes planner because that's the 5th planner that I have in here, and the second bottom tab is my future dated calendar where I keep track of all of the things that is coming up in the next month. So I am going to just reprint my table of contents. This is something that's not really necessary. Like sometimes I will have a table of contents, sometimes I will take it out, especially if I'm experimenting with my planner. But I do have a version of this table of contents without this section because that's how it was set up for the month of January. So I'm going to reprint that and pop it back in. So I have updated it. So now we have 5 planners for the month of March. We're gonna see how that works for us. And if it works, we are going to keep it going. So now that I have actually updated my planner, the next step in this process is to set up my schedule planner. Setting up my schedule planner is the most important planner within my system because the schedule planner really tells me when I am in any other planner. planner. I will usually time block this planner and it will tell me when to go to another one. So if I am doing something health related, I will go to now my to-do planner, look at the very first section and see what do I need to do? What's my workout? What's my flow? If I am in a meeting and I need to review the notes from that meeting, I will flip to my notes planner. And if I am doing some type of Bible study, I will go to my faith planner. If it is something money related, I will go to my budget planner. But this planner tells me when I am going to all of the other planners. This is where I time block everything that is going to happen so that I know when to flow to another planner. So this is the most important one to set up. So I am going to set up my monthly calendar because this is where I keep track of all of the events, all of the appointments, all of the meetings that are happening throughout the course of the month. And I set up my goals on my overview page. For this month, we are going to be using the Fall Sticker Book by Live Love Posh. There are some pink stickers in here right there, and I am going to use these this month. As you can see, I am almost finished this book. Like, we don't have many stickers left in this book, but that's my goal, is to try and use all of the stickers that I have within my sticker books before I start to purchase a bunch more. So we are going to use these stickers to set this one up, and I am also going to pull out my future calendar for the month of March as well, because this is what's going to tell me all of the events that are coming up. But let's start off with my overview page, because this is where I am going to add in all of my goals for the current month. So after I decorate the page with the stickers, the next thing that I'm going to do is add in my categories. I have 5 categories for my goals, and it is spiritual, mental, physical, relational, and financial. My spiritual goals revolve around my faith and my Bible study for the month. My mental goals are anything that I am learning or things that I am trying to accomplish for the month. My physical goal is working out and healthy habits that I am trying to create. Relational is all of my relationships. So my friends, my family, my marriage, all of the things that I would like to do for the month regarding those relationships will go here. And then financial, and that is my money goals for the month. And so it just depends on the category where I might put the goal. Like, for instance, with my financial goal, I might also have some work related goals under that, because it will definitely help me overall with my financial goals. So now that we have it all set up, let's add in the goals for every single category. So editing Alaina here, I had to switch over to doing a voiceover because my kids came home. And once the kids come home, the house gets much, much louder. So I just decided that it would be better for me to do a voiceover for the rest of the video. But I am just adding in all of the goals that I have for the current month. My spiritual goals, I do have a lot of them because there are different things that I am teaching. I teach our women's Bible study every single Monday. So I do have some studying and some research that I would like to do for that. And we are also in a new spiritual series called Emotionally Healthy Spirituality. And so I am writing in that as well, just to show myself that that's what we're currently learning about. And then I have a book that I am currently reading with Organize You, and I am still taking financial therapy courses. So I just wrote that under my mental section, and under my physical section, I am currently working up to running a 5K. So my goal is to run 5Ks multiple times this month. I'm trying to beat my time. That's my overall goal there. And then I have relational goals because I have a trip coming up this month. I also have to plan our family day and plan our date nights. And I also have some friends events that I am going to as well this month. So I'm just writing all of those things in there. For financial, I have some money goals. It's basically the same money goals every single month, but I love to write them down. I like to save $1,000 and also pay down debt of $1,000. I don't always hit this goal. I know every time you see it, most people think that I actually achieve it every single time, but I don't. It is just something that I always like to write down. But this is what my goals page looks like for this current month. As I complete different things, I will check them off. If not, I just roll them over until the month of April, but my goal is to always have them in front of me. And so now we're going to flip over to my actual monthly calendar, and this is where I'm going to write in all of the things that are happening for the month. Now with this one, I will add stickers around the perimeter of my monthly calendar, but I do not add a bunch of stickers in the boxes, because you will see as I currently plan using my monthly calendar, I write a lot of different things within my monthly calendar because it's my catch-all calendar, which means I have everything related to church, which means church meetings, work meetings. I also have family things going on in here. I have health things that I need to do. So it's just a bunch of different things. And so I don't like to add too many stickers, because then I will run out of space and I would not have the capacity to write down everything that I need to write down within this planner. Now, I have talked to several planner babes who have a hard time with their monthly calendar. They don't use it often, or they feel like it doesn't really serve a purpose for them. But I think that with your monthly calendar, you can really use it to scale out and plan overall what's happening throughout the course of your month. It is where you can get a really wide scale look at your month instead of just being stuck in the weeds or in the details of every single thing that you have to do. And so that's how I like to use this planner. I will write down everything that's kind of coming up in the different areas of my life. And this is the planner, or this is the calendar that really helps me to see if I am overscheduling myself. So if I have more than 3 meetings each day, and I realize that I keep booking myself over and over at the same time, and I'm just adding too many things, then I know that I'm on the verge of burnout, or I could run the risk of burnout, especially if I don't have enough date nights, enough rest, enough downtime within my planner. This is where I can kind of scale back and really be able to see. And so this helps you to really get a wide scale view of everything, so that you're not only just planning your day or your month, but you're also planning in your downtime and your recovery time. Like for instance, I have a trip coming up this month, and normally right after a trip, I would plan multiple meetings and other things. I would like kind of jump back into it. But what I have realized is that I usually need a day or two to recover after I have traveled. And now that I realize that, I will kind of plan more downtime right after a trip, so that I give myself time and space to recover and get back into routine, instead of trying to jump right back into it and then not being successful at it. So after I have added all of my appointments, meetings, events into this planner, everything is already filled out. Now I'm going to go in with a highlighter and highlight the events. Highlighting these events with this pink highlighter emphasizes that this is a place where I need to go. So it's going to draw my eye, and it's going to make me recognize that this is a place where I need to make sure that I am dressed, ready, and I leave the house for. So that's it for my catch-all planner. We are all set up and ready to go for the month of March. Y'all let me know in the comments below if you have already set up your planner for the month of March, if you are making any changes to your planner. Would love to hear from you and chat in the comments. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.